Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. A guide was teaching some students and noticed that some students were becoming drowsy, maybe were sleeping. So he said, "Are you asleep?" And they all said, "No, no, no, no." And then asks, "Are you alive?" And they're like, "No, no, no." Meaningful Mornings is a community, is an experience to challenge us to not just be alive, but to live. To live with an awakened sense to who you are, to what you can do. And this is very much in line with what Gandhiji would want from us, for us. His life and teachings are about living and being awake while living. Prince Arjuna is seeing with understanding. Please do not be confused or dilute what's happening. He's not just seeing, he is seeing with understanding. And what he is seeing is that he is inside Sri Krishna. He and all. And the reflection on this is, if he and all are inside Sri Krishna, that means he and all depend on Sri Krishna. Making this more universal or practical, whatever you depend on, a natural associated feeling is to love what you depend on. And a natural associated feeling from love is to serve what you depend on. Depend, love, serve. When we begin to serve our trust triangle, Guru, Gita, God, our purpose changes. It's Monday morning. Our ordinary purposes, be sort of tired, go for a commute to school or to work and so on. So small. But you change your purpose when you follow, depend, love, serve. And when you change your purpose, you change your identity. You start to change what you're doing, you will start to change who you are. Prince Arjuna, in chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita, he is scared. The whole chapter is about fear. He's scared that he's going to be the cause of destruction in this war. But now, with seeing backed by understanding, Deepta Hutasha Vaktram, he is feeling it is Sri Krishna who's the cause for destruction, for creation. Reflect on that. With this knowledge, with this insight, all of his fear is being dissolved. Knowledge is power. And we always present that in such a secular way. Knowledge is power, so I can sell you my services more. Knowledge is power over the ego. Today, for all of our young adults and seekers culture, the value that we will be exploring, anahankara, which means surrender. Surrender the sense that you are the doer. When you know Sri Krishna, you know you are not the doer. We are going to try to cover verses 20 and 21 now. Let's start. Dhyava pritivyor idamantaram hi vyaptam tvayekena dishascha sarvaha drishvadbhutam rupamugram tavedam lokatrayam pravyatitam mahatman. I'll have to be quicker, but remember, Prince Arjuna has been sharing what he's seeing and understanding since verse 15. It's coming from the same place of love. Different words are being used. Dhyava means heaven. Prithvi, our favorite word, means earth. And Antaram means the space between. Earth, the space between, and heaven. Vyaptam means pervaded. Tvayekena, by you alone. Dishascha sarvaha, this is not just a vertical notion, but in all directions. This is the translation. Here are some reflections. The word vyapta, which means to pervade, is associated with Vishnu. Like Vishnu, Sahasranama. Vishnu comes from the word Vish, which means to enter. The message being that Bhagavan Vishnu has entered all. And because we have such strong notions of space and time, we think that he's entered a computer, entered my heart. Entering all means is all. Bhagavan Vishnu is not entering all. That means separation. He is all. There's unity. At the end of a section before Hamsa Gita begins. This is all in Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Krishna shares, it is only through a guru's upadesha, which means advice, and kripa, which means guidance, that advice is personally made available, that one starts to feel that diversity is actually unity. This is the exact advice that Prince Arjuna is receiving, and he's starting to feel this. Diversity is actually unity. Next line, Drishtva, I've seen Adbhutam, this wonder, Rupam Ugram, Tava Idam, I've seen this wonder of your form that is intense. Ugram also means terrible. And Lokatrayam, this is in all three dimensions. Restating, earth, the interspace and space. Vyatitam Mahatma, as I'm seeing this and understanding this, I'm feeling fear. I'm trembling at you who are a Mahatma. Some insights into this. He uses the word Ugra, which means fearful, coming back to Srimad Bhagavatam, when that lover of God, Prahlada, saw Bhagavan Narasimha, who came in the form of a lion, he didn't feel fear. He felt this is like his pet. He was petting his mane and sitting on his lap. To him, it was Komala, which means soft and gentle. And that again shows the power of knowledge. Prince Arjuna doesn't have full knowledge right now. Prahlada did have full knowledge, so there is no fear. This notion of Shri Krishna pervading the different dimensions, we also live in different dimensions, not just outside, but inside. One dimension is being awake, another is dreaming, another is sleeping. What is in all of those dimensions? Yes, Sri Krishna, but who is Sri Krishna? Awareness. The awareness is not limited by outside conditions, inside conditions. And he describes Sri Krishna as Mahatma. How lovely that this word has come on the day we celebrate Mahatma Gandhi's Mahasamadhi, the day that his body died. Mahatma Gandhi is an icon of ahimsa. Ahimsa means the sensitivity to know diversity in unity, that all are in one. And that's why he never had any Vijigupsa. Vijigupsa means negativity. He was not annoyed by people. He was not afraid of people, even as he was dying, even as his body was dying. Where was he? Ram, Ram, Ram. He was with the divine. And even his body and the one who killed his body, Ram, Ram, Ram. This is what we have access to. Think of what you did yesterday. Think of what you're going to do today and compare it to what we're getting to do together in this trust triangle. One more verse. Verse 21. This is the 7th verse that Prince Arjuna shares in his love for Sri Krishna. Amihi tvam surasangha vishanti kechid bhitaf pranjalayo grananti swasti tyuktva maharshi siddha sangaha stuvanti tvam stutibih pushkalabihi. Prince Arjuna shares, Surasangha, which means the collection of the semi-gods, Vishanti, you are in this collection of semi-gods. Kechit bhita pranjalayo grananti, and some of them have their hands folded like this and are looking at you out of fear. Comparatively, swasti ityukta maharshi siddha sangaha, there are the maharishis and there are the siddhas. They are praying with their hands folded. The semi-gods, their hands are folded out of fear. The maharishis and the siddhas, their hands are folded not out of fear, but closeness. They're praying for swasti, which means may there be wellness. Because if there's wellness for Sri Krishna, there's wellness for all. Stuvanti tvam stutibi pushkalabihi, and they're offering their praises. They're singing about you. Offering some reflections. The devas, the semi-gods, have the least amount of knowledge, so the most amount of fear. Who knows Sri Krishna more? The Maharishis. That's why they have less fear, more closeness. And the Siddhas are those who know Sri Krishna completely. They feel this oneness. So for them, there is only love. I'm sharing this with all of us because if you struggle with being angry, being annoyed, being afraid, being attached, Here is the way to change that through knowing who the trust triangle is, through knowing who you are. We will know that we are becoming like Prince Arjuna when we have less fear in our lives and more love. Chapter 11 is the transition to chapter 12, whose only focus is bhakti. Satisfied with how much was shared with this verse? Everyone's comfortable? Okay. We have to cover 2 verses a day. That way we complete this live experience with Prince Arjuna completing his thoughts, and then I'm going to be annoying and I'm not going to share anything for 3 weeks. How about what Shri Krishna responds with? From inspiration to application, your application on Thursday was for you to be honest with yourself. If you depend, then support. 7 weeks from today, we will complete 3 years of meaningful morning. It will be the first day of spring, and I'm praying to Sri Krishna that our community will rally and rise to complete supporting society right now through the Trevor Project. On Friday, your application was to join our Vedanta and Nature workshop. How many of you did this by show of hands? And the highlight of this workshop was Vedanta is nature and nature is Vedanta. They are not mutually exclusive. So if you feel you're a student of Vedanta, that means you have to be an environmentalist. And if you're an environmentalist, you are a student of Vedanta too. Your application for today is to internalize Gandhiji. And a way that our community is doing this is many of us, actually Sheila is 29 and I'm 30, 30 of us are fasting for the future. Today, Vivek will only consume water and coffee. I had a very early morning and I have a late night. And the idea is Gandhiji was dedicated to us, and so he sacrificed eating. Now for us to do the same, and specifically for the environment. Even eating the most wholesome food, it still is taken from the earth. I'm encouraging anyone who has the willpower and the health of body to fast today. You can sign up for this community, Fasting for the Future, just today. And even those who don't do this formally, practice this informally. We only have this opportunity because of the environment, because of Gandhiji. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.